Today I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about my favorite snake, which is the Rhino Viper. Um, the Rhino Viper is from Africa. It's located from central to western Africa, and it's mainly in the humid tropical rainforests area. Um, they're extremely beautiful, and they're viprid. So, if you like bright colors and you like venomous, I think a Rhino Viper is the snake for you. Um, their scientific name is the Bitis nasicornis, and they're also called the riverjack, or the Rhino Viper, or the rhinoceros horn viper. Um, Before getting one of these, I would suggest on doing as much research as you possibly can. Um, Now, just any venomous snake, you need to do as much research as you can before you get it. Without doing your proper research, you can end up getting a bite. Can really screw you up, and even possibly kill you. Alright, Rhino Viper stays short. It's a heavy-bodied snake, um, which is the usual for the Bitis family. Um, they reach an adult size between 2 to 3 feet, but there has been bigger specimens. Females are larger than males, as usual. They give birth to live young, um, and they're fully venomous at the very point that they're born. Um, their main diet is rodents. That's what you're going to be feeding them in captivity. I don't think many people feed their animals frogs and stuff in captivity. I mean, that's done, but not very often. Alright, now, the hardest thing about a rhino is the stress level. A lot of stuff could stress your Rhino Viper out. Alright, you need to have a thermostat on your tank to keep the temperature perfectly right. Too high temperature and can overheat them. Too cold a temperature and they'll possibly compact their stomach and end up dying from compaction from without proper digestion. Alright, make sure you don't get thermal burns on your snake because it's kind of aggravating to put Neosporin or any of the other healing agents on a venomous snake. Alright, you should have a dark vivarium, which is typical. Lives on the bottom of the forest floor in Africa. Stays dark most of the time. They don't have access to the sunlight very often. You very rarely see them out basking. Alright, you can keep an adult in a 40-gallon tank, which I would suggest getting bigger because that gives you and the snake more room. A smaller tank just makes for closer proximity to the snake. They can strike 100% strike range, so I mean they're a pretty nasty striker, and they're also unpredictable. Rhino Vipers are probably real high up there on the most unpredictable snakes. I don't think they're the most unpredictable, but they're high up there. Alright, you should have, I keep at least 2 digital thermometers in my tank. They do pretty well, keeps everything perfect on the warm and cool sides. And also hides. What you can do is go to like Michael's Arts and Crafts or any art and craft store and get the leaves that you put around your your house or whatever. They like to hide under those a lot. They usually stay in leaf litter in the wild, so that's mostly where they stay, or that's mostly where mine stays, and everyone else I've talked to that has them, that's where they stay, is under the leaf litter. The leaves catch the water droplets and they drink off the leaves and such and such and such. Also, you should have enough hides for it to escape the warm side. You should also put a hide on its cool end and warm end, just in case it wants to hide under warmth, or if it wants to hide on the cooler end should it get overheated. Alright, make sure you always use a snake hook. No matter what size your snake is, you always need at least 3-foot range from your snake. An adult can strike 3 foot. I've seen them lunge, shoot their whole entire bodies forward. Um, that's very nasty. Their pointy end is not very fun. Nasty combination of neurotoxic and mainly hemotoxic venom. You'll bleed out pretty fast. And the odds of your local hospital having anti-venom, the polyvalent anti-venom for the Bitis family, very slim to none. I think the closest one to me is Miami 1 Venom Unit in Florida, and I live in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. I mean, it's a pretty long ways. I can be pretty screwed on the way to the hospital. Alright, your water and your humidity. I keep my humidity about 76%. That's pretty much high, but it's not too high to where it causes them to get scale rot and infections. Yeah, you know the stuff. Alright, the main problem for Rhino Vipers is that they get dehydrated. Most of the time, if you get a juvenile or a plain baby, or even a young adult, they sometimes won't eat on their own. I mean, not eat, drink. They sometimes will not drink on their own. Sometimes you have to show them where the water's at. You have to actually pick them up with your snake hook, put them in the water, and gently, without trying to drown them, put their head in the water. They'll kind of freak out at first, but then they'll come to realize that, hey, this is water, I can drink this. This is going to keep me alive while I'm in this crazy person's cage. Alright, they also have problems with desadisis, or disadisis. That's basically shedding problems due to humidity and other stuff. Also, your temperature. Alright, this is very important. They can overheat very easily. So, your tank shouldn't get higher than 86. 86, that's kind of pushing it. For the basking area, for 86. The cooler end should be 74 to 75-ish. I tend to be fine with that. Also, Viper lives pretty long. It lives about 10 years. Older ones sometimes occur, depending on how well your conditions are and how well you take care of it. I don't need a license here in North Carolina to keep them. But I am over 18, so that makes it so I can buy them. Alright, let's see here. Also, feeding. They are prone to obesity. All of the Bitis family, I believe, other than like 2 subspecies, are prone to obesity. Let's see here. Which means your snake can pretty much get fat and die. That's pretty straightforward. Just like us, we become too obese, get lazy, you don't want to move. You know, just lazy. You can actually die from it. They can too. And let's see here. Seems like I'm forgetting something. Oh, and also, if your rhino seems to not use the bathroom for a while, then they have this little tendency to store their fecal deposits or their crap or whatever. They'll store it and actually use it as a counterbalance for when they strike, so they can strike faster and keep themselves down. But anyway, it seems like I'm running out of time, so catch y'all later, and I'll be doing more care sheet videos like this soon. Thanks. Bye.